Hey, Mark.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good.
You've had a haircut, haven't you? Look
Yes,
very,
yes,
very neat and tidy now.
yes. This is not my normal way.
I need to get my hair cut really badly as well. So, and there's no judgment there at all.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's so funny because it's like I feel like the whole pandemic, it's become a new normal in terms of like I didn't get a haircut like when the pandemic like started,
Mm,
right? Like I didn't
mm.
get a haircut for months or
Yeah,
something,
yeah,
right? Nobody did. Nobody
mm,
did.
yeah. I yeah. So mine grew, and then I've kind of left it longer now. I don't know. It just felt I'd never really well. I'd had long hair when I was like 14 or 15, and then I hit sort of like I don't know, mid to late 20s and just went sort of militant short, not really short, but kind of short. And then when pandemic went, it was like, whoa, why not just grow your hair? Why not have it a little bit longer than normal? And it's just become the new normal.
There you go. Yeah. I mean, I don't mind having long hair, but the nice thing about the short hair is I feel like it's easier for it to be neat. You know,
Mm,
the long hair, it's easier for it to be a mess, so be an issue.
very true. Very true. How's things with
So,
you? What have you been up to this week?
um, I was gonna, I'll let you know. I was gonna say today we can focus on at least for a little bit. We can talk a little bit about the show note, sort of like the show preparation notes that I
Right.
have been using, and I can share that a little bit.
Yeah.
Um, But yeah, as far as things going for me, man, it's crazy. It's been insane. Yeah, just insane.
Great. What
Lots of
NFT?
stuff going
NFT
on.
stuff?
Yeah, just NFT stuff and the podcast and yeah, I mean, I woke up at like 4 in the morning this morning so I could make a flight. Now I'm in Miami again. I was in
Oh
Miami a couple
wow.
of weeks ago. We have so much content that it's hard to actually publish it all,
How
to
many are you
like
releasing
edit
a
it.
week? One a week or two a week?
Mean, that's not necessarily the norm. You
So how
froze
many are
there
you
for a
doing a
second.
week?
Could you
Yeah,
hear
you
me?
froze just like how many are you doing a week?
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know why my internet's not stable. Let me see here. Um, it's supposed to be on maybe it's not enough five. I don't think we released seven in a week, but
You're a bit in and out at the moment.
I'm turning off my camera. Does this help?
Okay. Yeah, okay, let's try that. So
Yeah.
so
Uh,
third time's a charm. How many are you doing a week?
So I said for the third time, it's supposed to be like one or two, but
Right.
lately there's enough content to publish like five. If I could actually put it all together, seven. I mean,
Wow.
yeah. So I was actually pushing to publish something every day from basically the last 7 days of this month,
Right.
and we didn't do that for various reasons. Number
Mm.
one, like it helped to have a little bit of a break, not to have that pressure, but also, there were other things on the table to handle, and we were talking about being more focused on downloads per episode than total downloads. Basically, if the more episodes you publish, of course, the more downloads you tend to get in a month.
Yeah.
So we're already, I mean, definitely beat last month's downloads. But I figured if I publish every day for the last few days of the month, that we definitely, be on a good clip there.
Yeah, I think it's one of those that because I was up to sort of four episodes, three short ones. I was doing Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then releasing um my interview on a Sunday. And To be honest, ironically, since I left my job, I've got less time to do podcast stuff than when I had a full-time job. Because when I was doing a full-time job, it was the full-time job, which was sometimes 40, 50, 60 hours, but that podcasting was the only other thing I did. So I always fashioned that time to do the interviews. I used to do 1 or 2 on a Monday night interviews. So I always had some in the bank. But now doing stuff on my own and it's sort of evolved, and there's lots of other things getting involved, and equally because I'm at home, I'm sort of involved in the family life a lot more than I was. I now don't have, like, I'm doing 1 or 2 a week. I'm struggling to get 2 out a week these days. This guy that's helping me is I think he's going to be all right. I think he's going to be quite a asset. We've done a couple of things already, and there's a lot of, it's a bit harsh to say hand holding, but the guy just is 22, 23. I think you've paused again. He's 22, 23, and at 22, 23, I knew fuck all, to be honest. I didn't know anything. And he's doing all right. He's doing all right. There's a bit, I was wanting to spend just 30 minutes with him, but on Friday I spent an hour with him. Today I spent an hour. And so look, if he needs a little bit of extra time, that's cool, that's fine. I can that's why I do it at the start of the day before I really get kicking on the day's activities, so it's not too bad. But yeah, no, he's hopefully he'll work out to be an asset, which means that in 6 months' time I'll be able to keep him on a probably similar wage or a little bit more. I'll have to pay him probably a little bit more to keep him, but he's quite ambitious, but doesn't have any grounding on what he wants to do. Do you know what I mean? Like he wants to do all these things, and then it's like, well, we talked about it first time I met him. It's like, well, what are you going to bring to the party? What are you going to do part of this deal? And he didn't really have anything. So I'm just like, you got to bring something. Like, oh, well, I can bring everyone together. So just briefly, we don't need to talk about him. I'd be interesting to catch up.
This is the. Yeah.
No, go on. What were you saying?
Oh no, I'm just remembering this guy that you're talking about. That's building this business and trying to bring stuff together. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's just bringing. He thinks bringing everyone together. I'm like, that's a surefire way of you losing your position quite quickly if you can't bring anything to the party apart from bring really clever, experienced people together. So we'll wait and see. I hopefully he'll be happy getting involved with the stuff, getting involved in the podcast and the podcast guest business. So he's getting exposure to business as well as the podcast stuff. So yeah, it's going all right.
And how so I'm trying to put these two things. I'm trying to put this all together now. So you have this guy that's coming on. He's 22. You can hear me all right now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
I'll switch to my phone if necessary. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. I think without the video, I think it's fine.
So and then there's somebody else that you're working with who's building this business that he's bringing everyone together, or is that the 22-year-old? I'm sorry, I was getting it mixed up.
It's the same guy. Sorry, it's the same guy. So this guy's trying to help me, but he wants to build a care home business. Got it. Now, care homes are incredibly lucrative. They're like, I know you guys in the US have a lot of what someone I've interviewed on my podcast talked about healthcare at home, and that there's a lot of sort of nurses and sort of physiotherapists and things that you guys do with the people at home. Well, in the UK, we kind of put them all in a care home in place, and then they have everything on tap. They're expensive, but they give your grandparents sort of a good standard of living. But to be honest, he wants to build a board of people who have owning multiple care homes. He doesn't know anything about care homes. I'm like, well, how much do they cost? And I've actually got this information. I actually showed him. I was like, I've
Mm-hmm.
done this research because someone was talking to me about care homes in the UK a little while ago. So I thought I'd swat up and I worked out how much profit it makes. And I just like, if you're going to do this, you need to do that research yourself. I said to him, I'm not giving it to you, but it's
Mm.
doable in a sort of 2-3 hour session. Just blitz deep work and just do it. I was like, you can do
Mm-hmm.
it. He's like, oh, okay, well, maybe I'll do that. So, but anyway, that's a complete side note. It's just interesting being involved with a 22-year-old with that's ambitious and you just what I'm trying to sort of keep his feet on the ground, so to keep him grounded, but